One consistent criticism I had with this series over the years is that there is not enough emphasis on the art of professional wrestling, especially not from an in-ring perspective. For as well as the job that 2K does with things like visual likenesses and even things with the creation suite, they consistently fall short when it comes to capturing in-ring match elements that would definitively lift this series to a legit wrestling game experience and out of that fighting game with wrestling characters limbo. So with that being said, we're going to talk about a few never seen before features that I would love to see make a debut in this series. WGC, let's work. The heel face mechanic is one of those things that's kind of been lost on the series. And in this instance, I want to speak mainly to the heel side of things. If we keeping it all the way solid, there's not a lot of heel actions in this game. And I don't want that to be confused with dirty actions, because that's not really the same thing. Because it is well established that a wrestler can be labeled as dirty, but that doesn't necessarily make him a heel, as we've seen in cases with Eddie Guerrero and even Ric Flair. When I think of legit heel actions, I mean things like ripping up crowd signs or arguing with the crowd, the ref shield, or just trying to intimidate the ref in general. These have all been in the game in some way, shape, or form, either past or currently in the present state. I was just using these as an example to give you a better idea of what I was talking about. But as I stated previously, I want to focus on things that have never been done before. And while this typically only happens in unique and isolated situations, one of the most diabolical, evil, and just outright disrespectful thing that you can do to a lucha wrestler is remove his mask. Imagine going against the likes of Rey Mysterio, and after dealing out a certain amount of damage, the game would actually give you a prompt that would allow us to attempt to take off his mask. Should we decide to indulge in this evil activity, we will be met with a minigame, maybe something similar to the submission system. Yeah, I know. Oh no, not more button mashing. Trust me, I get it, but just humor me for a second. But anyway, if we are actually successful in removing the mask, we would be treated to a cutscene basically showing the ref grabbing a towel or something and draping it over the wrestler's face, in this case Rey Mysterio, and then escorting him out of the ring and basically show your wrestler holding up the mask, in celebration. I just think this would be another cool optional way to end matches, much like in the way that the super heavyweights have the superplex ring break. I would love to see more of these OMG style win criteria. Keeping with the theme of removing attire from wrestlers, and no, this isn't a weird segue into talking about a bra and panties match, no. Those days are long gone. At least I hope they are. That Dirty Dumb and Liv Morgan segment was kind of wild. Just saying. But anyway, what I was alluding to was something I actually would kind of like to see in universe mode. And that is being able to select or create injury attires. So say a wrestler sustains an injury, and depending on what that injury is, you could select different accessories such as knee braces, knee pads, cast, neck braces, medical tape, and even crutches. Now I get it, you probably already thinking that, well, we can already assign these things in the created wrestler suite. That's true, but the purpose of making it sort of like an injury related feature is the fact that they would be interactive. So say a wrestler in your universe has an injured leg, we'll just use that as an example, and you opt to give him a knee brace. Now imagine either that wrestler or his opponent being able to take the knee brace off and use it as a weapon. But even better, because the knee is now exposed, any moves targeted at the damaged limb will now do double the damage. So just think, even if his opponent didn't want to use the knee brace as a weapon, it would still be a viable strategy to remove the knee brace and target the damaged limb. The same strategy could be used for something like medical tape. You know how like when guys come out, when they have heavily taped ribs or something trying to protect their midsection, and a lot of times the heel wrestlers will rip it off and expose the damaged ribs. Features like this would not only introduce a new injury mechanic, but it could also be the evolution of interactive attires. We already have diminishing face paint and the lowering of straps. Maybe in the future we get removable hair ties and shirts, knee pads to change the aesthetic look of your wrestler mid-match. Maybe they even give us removable weight belts that we can use as a weapon to the likes of Cody Rhodes, The Rock, and Hogan. I think that would be pretty cool, man. I'm just throwing things out there to see if it sticks, man. Y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about this. This next one is a spot that's kind of been around since the golden era, but yet I've never seen it make it into a wrestling game, and I would love for it to debut in the 2K series. Removing the floor padding and exposing the concrete. I think this one's a little more extreme than exposing the turnbuckle, so maybe it requires a finisher. Y'all feel free to chime in on this one, but I just would love to see this make it into the game. But don't half-ass it. Give us some special selling animations for like moves that are done on the concrete. This is one of those spots that have stood the test of time, so please put some respect on it. WGC, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about these concepts. Furthermore, and I cannot stress this enough, I want this to be an open discussion channel. So if you guys have any ideas of your own, please do not hesitate to post them down in the comments below. Matter of fact, if we get enough feedback, I will do a part 2 of this where we will read and discuss some of the ideas in the comment section. So if that sounds interesting, please post some ideas that you would like to see in the upcoming games. As always, I truly appreciate you guys for taking the time out and checking out the content. It really means a lot to me. Y'all have no idea. If y'all can do me a favor, man, hit that thumbs up button on your way out. It really helps out the channel. Hopefully we can get more eyes on the content. Subscribe if you have not already. Love y'all. Remember to always try to be a blessing to somebody. God bless. Yeet.